I do want to start with this Aston Villa Arsenal game, because if you'd said to me at the beginning of the season, like, you know, what's one game that you're going to pinpoint as like such a crucial game in this season so far, I wouldn't have gone with Arsenal Aston Villa twice in the space of a month, especially considering that you lost to them earlier on this month at Villa Park. But I've got some stats. So Arsenal, funnily enough, have lost 3 of their last 5 Premier League matches against Aston Villa. Having drawn 1 and lost 1 as well, drawn 1 and won 1, and could see Villa complete a league double over them for the 3rd time in 6 seasons if they were to win at the Emirates. And Aston Villa are unbeaten in their last 2 away league games against Arsenal, beating them 2-0 in April 2024 and obviously drawing 2-2 in January last season. They last had a longer run without defeat at the Emirates between the 2006-07 and 2008-09 season, with 3 wins on the bounce against Arsenal away from home.
Big game tomorrow. Big
I
game
want
tomorrow.
to know how you feel, Laurie.
All that comes to an end.
You think?
All of it comes to an end. Bearing in mind that you are in the middle of, like, this winning streak, you're in there. You're one of those dubs for them.
I want to know. I want to ask you a question, Laurie, because we've been on a long journey together. I want to know. You guys have been winning your games. You've been winning your games. Are you happy with the performance, though?
I wouldn't say I'm happy with the performance, but what I would say is that if you can play below your best and still win, that surely is a positive.
Okay, but if you play...
Because what I would say as well, sorry to...
That's all right, that's all right.
I think it's worth mentioning as well, in none of those games, right, have we been outplayed. It's not like, we've been outplayed and got a goal right at the end of a game. A bit like what you guys did when you beat the likes of Newcastle and beat teams like that. And even then, I wasn't calling you guys lucky. I was putting that down to
you guys. You was calling us lucky. You calling us lucky. You were getting
Dylan will tell you. I'm always made a point of saying it's not luck. When you got guys like Sobbers like coming up with last minute winners and stuff like that, it's not like he didn't mean to do it, is it? He meant to do it. He's a quality player. What I'm saying is, even though we've been below par in terms of finishing our chances, no one can look me in the eye and say, "Oh, you were outplayed in that game. You were lucky to win." No, against Wolves, we were the better team.
What about Brighton last game?
Sorry,
Brighton last.
It's just the fact that you were the better team against Wolves, but it's really hard not to be the better team against Wolves. And they scored Brighton, all 3 of the goals.
Brighton.
No, the Brighton game, fair enough. Obviously, you scored 2 goals, and then David Raya did save you.
Which one of these games that when people say, "Oh, Arsenal have not played well, they've been lucky," which one of those games were Arsenal outplayed in?
So your last 5 results.
Last couple games,
beat Club Brugge 3-0.
Last couple games,
2-1.
It hasn't been the same.
Everton,
it hasn't been the same.
We've not played well, but can you look me in the eye and honestly say that we were lucky to win those games? We weren't. We didn't take our chances. We left it late. We got an own goal here and there, but in none of those games were we outplayed. We deserved to win all of them.
Okay,
we won them.
Okay.
So the reason why that gives me confidence is because sooner or later we are going to get it right. What happens when we get it right? Then we're going to start spanking teams. Like
I remember when Alex said the same thing a couple of months ago, by the way, almost but word for word. But I'm not saying it's the same thing that's happening to you. I just remember Alex saying I remember when he said, just wait until we start winning 3-0. Just wait until we start winning 4-0.
Is this a must win?
No, but you lot are,
yes, this is a must win.
I'm asking, is this a must win?
With respect, it's not the same as Alex, is it? Because we've just come off an unbeaten 18-match run, which Villa...
but that don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything.
It does.
But it is.
Do you know why it don't mean anything?
Why?
Because only 2 points, only 1 game. So that 18.
No, but you didn't let me finish.
It don't mean
what
anything.
I'm saying, Dylan compared it with Alex saying the same thing. I said no because.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying it's like just the way you saying that just reminded me of when he said it. But I do want to go back to FJ's question about saying is it a must win, because this is
it's a must win, and we will win.
And if you draw, what do you think?
We won't draw though. We will win this game. I'm sure of it.
Because
I'm very confident, and that's not me. I just think that at home we're just very, very, very difficult to beat.
100% home or away.
Villa, we were quite unfortunate when we lost to Villa. They literally scored with the last kick of the game.
They deserved
to win that.
They deserve to win that game.
They deserve to win it. Wolves deserve the draw, 100%.
Okay, all right. I beg to differ, but if you insist, then fine.
I think on balance, Villa deserved that game.
Do you?
I think, yeah. Well, because when it was 1-1, they were the team that went, you know what, we're going to crack on with this.
Spells, but we had our spells.
I know you had but I'm saying, like, when it was 1-1, push came to shove, Emery made some like big substitutions, bringing on the attacking players. You didn't, and they went off.
They got a good squad depth. But the only thing about it that I'm scared about and I'm wary
Are you
about.
scared?
I am scared. I support Liverpool, but I also
No, but you
support
said
the
you're
team
scared.
that plays
That's
Arsenal.
interesting.
But the funny thing about it is that if Aston Villa come to the Emirates and they give you the leeway that they gave Chelsea in the first half, you guys will probably like finish the game in the first half, and that will be like a bad thing for for Villa. Villa only 1-0 down at Stamford Bridge. It was easy for them to get the first goal, go with momentum, and turn the game around. But if they do that for Arsenal, I think Arsenal is going to wipe them clean. But I think they should come and I think they should go toe to toe.
To go back to Dylan's, so you said Villa were, in your opinion,
I said when push came to shove,
No.
Villa made. No, I'm saying what I
Villa
said.
were the better team.
So Villa deserved to win that game because when push came to shove, they're the ones that at 1-1. They're the ones that put the attacking midfielders on. Emery's the one that put Buendia on, and you guys didn't.
right? Okay.
So they were like, you know what?
They had their spells.
They had the idea
More
to
spells.
at the end. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the last 20 when it was 1-1.
Yeah, but I
in
said
the
to you
last
already.
20 minutes,
Okay, if you give
right
what,
at the end,
what about the
that's-
other 70? You're talking about 20 minutes out of 70 as a representation of the game. I'm saying, okay, if you give them that 20, who had the first 70?
No, the first 70 was blow
let's
for
go.
blow.
Let's go
Okay,
to
go
the
on.
stats.
Tell me what you're going to
shall we?
say.
Who had more shots on goal in that game? Arsenal. Who had more shots on target in that game? Arsenal.
Tell me
who
the
had
stats. What's
who
that?
had the
He is-
majority of the possession in that game? Arsenal. The game was literally a kick away from being a draw, which I felt would have been a more accurate reflection of what we saw on the day.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that up until minute 70, up until around 70 minutes, it was very kind of swinging either side, right? Villa had their moments, you had your moments. Villa had their moments, you had their moments. And then that's when Emery put on attacking midfielders and went, right, well, I'd rather try and lose this game trying to win it than do what Arteta did, which was slightly more just hold out and see if we can nick something. I know that's because Villa are at home, you're away from home. But based on when it was 1-1, when there was 20 minutes to go, Emery took that chance and he got rewarded. Okay. That's how I see it. That's why I'm saying Villa deserved to win that game over Arsenal, because in the final 20 minutes, they're the ones that went, you know what, we're going to try and go for this, and they got it.
Well, I'm saying I beg to differ. I truly do. And I've come up with stats that you know what I mean, would suggest that I do have.
No, but if you
Analysis.
actually remember that match,
I did a watch along for AFTV.
yeah,
and
Villa 100% had Villa 100% were on. They were
Villa
in
on
the
smoke
game.
that day.
100% they were in the
Okay,
game.
right. We beat Newcastle on Friday, right?
Yeah.
We beat Newcastle on Friday evening. On the balance of things, you watch that game, you look at the second half, you look at Newcastle had like 76% possession, something stupid like that. But Newcastle deserved nothing from that game, because when push came to shove, the final moments, when it was like, take that shot, make that final pass, they were terrible.
Yeah, but what
We
I'm
deserved to
saying
win
is
that
we
game despite the fact
outshot them on their own ground. I've got the
Newcastle
stats in front of
outshot
me.
us on our own
Yeah,
ground.
more
and
shots,
still
more
deserved
attempts
to
on
lose.
goal. More attempts on goal as
But
well.
they never
more
that,
shots
they're
on
never a
target than
conclusion.
Villa.
Yeah, Newcastle
That still don't mean you deserve
That
to
doesn't
win.
mean they deserve to win.
I'm
'Cause
saying
those
we didn't.
shots,
No, I said we didn't deserve to lose that game. I honestly don't think we did. Now listen, these things are subjective, and I understand the point you're making. But anyway, my wider point is, every team we've played this season, no one's played us off the park. In fact, probably the team that had the most possession against Arsenal was probably you guys on the first game of the season.
yeah, we outplayed you that game, and you're the only
That's
team
probably
we've
the only
outplayed
one.
this season.
Huh?
You're probably one of the only teams we've actually managed to outplay this season.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
But isn't that worrying? Give me like what's
No,
the
it's
last?
not, because
Okay, what's the last team that you've played off the park?
we play most.
No
teams
one's
off the
played.
park.
No team.
Played
No,
Brighton off
no,
the
Wait,
park.
now wait. Let me say.
You
Let me say.
haven't.
No team has played you guys off the park.
No,
that's okay.
none.
What team
Absolutely
have
none.
you played off the park?
Most.
Like who? What's the last team you
Our
brushed
most
off?
recent game, Brighton. We
You
played
didn't,
them off the park.
you didn't brush Brighton off the park. It was 2-1.
Not in terms of the scoreline, but if you look at the way the game went, we were easily the better side in that game.
Comfortable?
Easily.
No. And that's
I
the problem.
think we was. The only time
Well,
we got a little bit
if we're
uncomfortable
going off
is when they
stats.
scored.
Ria made it out like an
He
unbelievable
did. He
save.
made a great
So you
save.
can't be comfortable if one save
Yeah,
can
but
change
if
the
you
whole
take
game.
that, you see, this is where people are getting it twisted. If you take that one shot that Brighton had against that, was it? No, it wasn't. Minte. What else did they do? Raya didn't have a save to make, bro, in that game.
That's all it takes. One shot. That's
yeah,
all
I
it
know,
takes
and that's what I
sometimes.
said. I acknowledge it was
So
a great
it's
shot.
not comfortable.
Save of the season.
You're not comfortable. It's not comfortable.
It was relatively comfortable, bro. Trust me, it was. Don't let that shot. I saw the whole game. I've spoken to people who were at the game. They
Okay.
said it was just that one moment.
Like you said, I beg to differ. Give another
the
game.
problem is
no other game.
is that we didn't finish our chances, which is down to us. I accept that.
That's down
But
to
anyway,
own goals.
my
being your
wider
top
point
goal
is,
scorer so
right,
far this season. by
the
way.
reason why I retain confidence against Villa, against pretty much everybody else, is because I'm not seeing anyone play us off the park. I'm seeing that we went on this long unbeaten run. We lost it to Villa, and even then, it was on a knife's edge. So why would I not be confident about playing Villa at home?
Because the unbeaten run don't mean anything. You're still 2 points behind, like in front. 2
You
points
know,
don't mean
you
anything.
but think,
No,
Laurie,
but-
Laurie,
You know what I mean? Like, if
you
you're
think Arsenal are going to
unbeaten-
win the game, but you should still also understand quite
said
what
I
Aston Villa are doing at the
understand.
moment.
No, but I said that.
This isn't going to be no walk in the park.
No, I didn't
They've
say it
beaten
was.
you the last 2 times they played you at the Emirates.
Yeah, but bro, I
Sorry,
never
so they've
said.
not lost the last 2 times they played at the
Rewind
Emirates.
the tape. I never said it was going to be easy, but what I did say is I retain confidence in the team to get a result.
Well, what you
A
started by
winning
saying you
result.
can't see anything else other than an Arsenal win.
Yeah, I can't because I believe in this team. I believe in the manager. I believe in the way we're playing, and I think that at home we're a very formidable team. I cannot see us losing. I can't even see Villa drawing.
And you believe there's no title race.
There's a title race, bro. This is a title game. This is a title contending game.
There
so
is a
therefore
title
there's a
race,
title
by the
race.
way.
There
Yeah,
is.
there is.
Thank you, Laurie. It's been
He
about
changed,
a
he
month
changed, he
since you
changed,
finally
he
said it.
No,
changed.
but come on. When I said that, I was being.
Oh, you were smiling,
Mischievous.
so therefore you
Tongue
were
in cheek,
joking.
like
I
you
was
say.
being
Tongue in
Yeah, yeah,
mischievous.
I've heard it all before. I heard it all before.
was
But
being
regardless, we
mischievous.
got Terry in the chat, DJ's in the chat, Mesh in the chat. Let me know what you guys think because I want next your score predictions for this game. Arsenal
see all
versus
you lot
Aston
talking
Villa.
all that stuff. Let's see after tomorrow when we beat Villa. I want to see what you guys say then.
And what's the score going to be?
2-0.
2-0.
Villa? Seriously?
I predicted 2-0 to
You're
Arsenal.
such a troll, man. I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
So
Yeah.
after
But
all that,
a lot of it, because a lot of it depends on
after
if
all that,
Gabriel. Because a lot of it
Why do you
depends
agree
on
with
if
me? Why do you
Gabriel.
agree? Why do you
A
agree?
lot of it depends on if Gabriel's coming back or not, and
He'll
what the
be
state
back.
of Calafiori is.
He'll be back.
If he's back and starting,
What about
Calafiori
Timber?
starts.
Is Timber
That helps
available?
you big time.
He'll be back.
If they're back, then it's big time. If not, then you.
What about your world-class striker? Is he there?
Your squad. That's when
Sorry?
there's
You're a
trouble.
world-class striker. Is he playing?
Yeah.
What, own
he
goals?
should play.
I don't know.
Own goals has been amazing this
Oh,
season for him, hasn't it? Yeah.
But he won't accept that, would he?
No, well, obviously we're fortunate with the own goals, but you create your own luck. They say.
Yeah,
Football,
I
don't
can.
it?
Look. I can see Arsenal nicking
Isn't
it,
that
but
what
I
they
can.
say?
But I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. You
The
create
only
your
way
luck,
I
you
can
create
see
your
this
luck.
game being
Isn't that
won
what
is
they
by
say?
someone nicking it, huh?
Or are we going to change the narrative just because it's Arsenal? That's what they say, isn't it? You create your own luck.
That is true.
It is
Yeah.
true.
Oh, well,
And
that's what
but
we do.
the way I see it is, if any team's going to win this game, they're going to nick it. There's going to be no domination. There's going to be no calm, no settled defense. It's going to be like last game was against Aston Villa at Villa Park. I don't see like 3-0 Arsenal or 3-0 Villa. or
No, I'm
anything.
not saying that.
It's going to be really tight.
Definitely
and
won't
it's
be
going to be
3-0 to Villa,
it's going to be
that's for
Morgan
sure.
Rogers scoring another goal of like 0.2 xg, 0.02
Could be.
xg or something, or like Ollie Watkins coming off the bench and doing his stuff like he did against Chelsea. But FJ, what's your score predictions?
You know I have to go for Villa.
Why?
We know
Do you
draw.
believe that, or do you just want that? to happen?
With Emery,
That's
he's
what you want.
No.
So in other words,
I
you're
believe it. Do
predicting
you know
with
why I
your-
believe it? Do you know why I
you're
believe it?
predicting
Because
with your heart, not with your head.
Emery is coming to prove a point. He's gonna come Emirates and prove a point. This is Morgan Rogers' chance to say and prove a point to all this audience that
He's already proved this.
No,
point.
he's not, because they're comparing him to Cole Palmer. So this is his season. All
What,
these
Morgan
big games,
Rogers?
yeah, Morgan Rogers.
Yeah,
they're compared to
he's
Palmer.
he's fighting for that starting.
So
spot.
he has to, and the World Cup season, this game is a game for him to show that he's capable of going to the next
Sounds
level.
like-
well, to be
Rogers,
fair, yeah, I
till-
agree with
but
you.
they got
Sounds
some.
like a lot of hopium on your part.
It's not hope. It's hope. I believe in them. I believe in
believe
them.
in
But they
them,
got
yeah?
players out. They got I think they got Cash out. They got another important midfielder out. Is it Tillemans? I don't know.
Maxim's out as well.